Good morning, everyone. The question I have for you in this video is this. Do you want to carry all of this to Europe to charge your cell phones and etc.? Or would you rather carry this? It's up to you. In this video, I'm going to show you how right after this. Okay, if we haven't met before, my name is John Bell from the Review Channel, and I am going to today teach you everything you need to know about traveling in Europe in regards to electricity. The product that we're talking about today is the Cronova travel adapter. Okay, it has 4 USB ports on it to charge 4 different devices. Plus it also has, if you could see this, it also has a plug. There you go. A plug on the face of it to plug in things to it. Okay, let's go to Amazon here, and I want to show you the product here. This is the Cronova travel adapter. You can see it's $21.99 on Amazon. There's links to all these products in the description below. It has the standard 2-prong US adapter, 2-prong EU adapter, 3-prong UK adapter, 2-prong Australia adapter. Now here's a picture of some of the plugs. I'm sure you're all familiar with this. This is a 3-prong US plug. Okay, this is one for Germany and France, and this is for the rest of the European Union. Okay, I'm told that there's a difference between these two, but I've used this little adapter here in my hand all over France and Germany and Spain, and I've never had a problem. Okay. Okay, so now let me close this out. Right now I'm going to show you the product, and so I'm going to shoot to my overhead camera, and just give me 1 second to. Okay, you can see here now we have the product. This is the Cronova travel adapter. This button here on the side is to release the prongs that come out the back of this. Okay, on the top of it here you have, let me get something to point with, you have two 2.1 amp USB receptacles, and here you have two 2.4 amp USB receptacles. So this is for a slow charge, this is for fast charge. I told you about the button, that's to release the things. On the face of it, there is a, if I can get a good camera angle so you can see this, there you go. There is a plug, okay, and you can plug in any of the different countries ones in here, okay, from the 3-prong UK, the 2-prong or 3-prong Australian, the 2-prong or 3-prong US, and of course the 2-prong here EU. So on the back of the unit, it tells you here that it's travel charger with 4 USBs. The input is 100 to 250 volts AC, 50 or 60 cycles, 50 or 60 hertz, Okay, 400 milliamp input. The output is 5 volts DC, 3500 milliamps total. Okay, that is whatever you have plugged in these for, plus what you have plugged in here. Okay, how this works. If I pop out on the side here, the EU, went all the way out. This is the EU plug, the 2-prong plug. Okay. Notice it won't go back. To release it, I have to press the button on the side, and then I can push them back down. Okay, next up is the UK plug. Well, you can see that. That's the 3-prong. Okay. This one is plastic because this is the ground. It doesn't matter. And here are the 2 power ones, the power and the neutral. Okay, again, to release it, press the button, push it back down. Now this one here says USA Australian. Okay, well, there's a 2-prong USA plug. Okay, I'm sure you're all familiar with that. Okay. And you can also turn these like so. And now, as you can see, they're on an angle like that, and that is the Australian plug. Okay. So this is good in Australia. This is good in the US. This is a type G plug. This is for the UK, all of the UK, England, Scotland, Wales, okay, Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland. Because when electricity came into being, the English were in control of Ireland, so they just adapted this same plug, still used today. And then, of course, the standard EU plug. Okay. Now, I could very well end this video right here. I've shown you the product, the main features of it, and everything, but in the interest of safety, I'm going to continue. Okay? There are 3 major things you need to know. I have a segment on each one. Electricity 101. What type of electric do you find in Europe? USB 101. What USB products can you use this with? And number 3, what things you cannot use this for? Most important. So let me get set up and I will be right back. Okay, we're back and welcome to Electricity 101. Okay, this is my phone charger. This happens to be an example of a 2-prong US plug. Okay, this is an example of a 3-prong US plug. I'm sure the round one is the ground. I'm sure you're all familiar with that. This is an example of a type G UK plug. Okay, and this is the EU plug. Okay, you plug this into the wall. Your appliance, whatever, plugs in here. Now, before we go any further, I have to point out one thing to you. Very, very, very important. You have to look at all your chargers for all your devices. Now, I'm a videographer, on YouTube, so I have a lot more equipment than the normal person has. And well, let me just go through it. Okay, in this example here, you can see the input to this this Nikon battery charger here is 100 to 240 volts AC, alternating current. That's that little symbol there. Okay, 50 or 60 hertz. 50 hertz is for the rest of the world. 60 hertz is for the US and Canada. That's what it boils down to. The output here is 4.2 volts, okay, at 0.55 amps, which would be 550 milliamps. I can leave this battery charger at home because it only outputs 4.2 volts. The USBs, all USBs, operate on 5 volts. So, what do you think? Now you can see that all of these will plug into this device. There's the 2-prong American. Here's the 3-prong American. Here's the 3-prong UK. And here is the 2-prong EU. Okay, so they will all plug into the face of these. So remember this dual voltage. If they are not dual voltage, in other words, if this input on your charger, which I kind of doubt because for about the last 5-10 years, every appliance that has a charger, like cameras, cell phones, things like that, all have dual voltage now. Dual voltage meaning 120 for America and 240 for the rest of the world. So I can leave this battery charger at home. Okay. Okay, up next, I have to set this up again. Be just one. Okay, and we're back with our USB 101 program. Everything you always wanted to know about USBs. First of all USBs operate at 5 volts DC. Period. End of discussion. Now you notice here I have my camera, a point and shoot. I have several different types of these that I carry on me, and they all have on the side a little place where I can plug in a micro, or in this case a mini USB cable, which is this one. Okay, the other end is this, a regular USB. And here is my wall charger for that camera. Let me move that camera out of the way. Now, this is my Nikon charger. Okay, I know you can't read this, but so I'll read it to you. It's dual voltage, 100 to 240 volts. Okay, the output, okay, is 7.4 volts to 10.5 volts. So, remember, this USB cable plugs into here. Plug this in the wall, okay, charge my camera with this. I can also, I've done many times, I can plug it into a USB outlet like on my laptop, or here at home I have a strip, USB strip. I plug it in and charge it. So then you might say, well, what do I need the charger for? Well, this particular charger, remember that other one that I showed you, the dual voltage one, was only 4.3 volts, okay? So I can leave that at home and just bring the cable, okay? Because this is 5 volts, okay? So it will charge up that battery very easily, okay? However, on this camera, okay, it has a 3.6 volt battery, okay? So 5 volts USB will charge it very easily, okay? But it takes about 4 hours to completely charge a dead battery using USB. However, if I use this wall charger, the Nikon wall charger that puts out between 7.5 and 10.5 volts, okay, I can fully charge a battery in this camera in under 2 hours. In other words, twice as fast. So I have a decision to make. Do I bring this or not? Well, seeing that this is one of my primary cameras, I will bring this to Europe. Okay. Now, if I have a long time, like overnight, for instance, I can charge it with the USB. But if I want to get a quick charge in this thing, hour to 2 hours, you know, so I can continue shooting, I switch off cameras, you know, and my cell phone throughout the day to try and keep the video going in different formats, of course, but at least I keep the video going. And so if I have overnight, I'll just use the USB. If I want to throw a quick charge in it, I'll use this. Now, this you have to check for all your devices. Number one, most important, are they dual voltage? If they're dual voltage, that's fine. Number two, can I do without it? So I don't have to bring this stack of wall chargers and everything. Can I do without it? It depends on what it's charging. Okay? If it's charging anything less than 5 volts, any kind of battery that's 5 volts or less, USB will charge it. If you have like a 7.4 volt battery that you're charging with USB, I don't care how long you leave it on here, it's only going to charge to 5 volts, period. Okay? So, that is the determining thing. And we have one more segment, and that's to teach you what not to use a charger for. And that'll be coming up right after this. Okay, 2 points I want to drive home to you and make sure that you remember them. You might say, well, I have a small laptop. Okay, it has USB ports on it. Here's a USB charger here. I think I just charge it. I just run the USB cable from there to my laptop. Wrong. No laptop, to my experience. I mean, there might be some morphodites out there. No laptop that I've ever seen can you charge it. Can you charge the battery in the laptop by going through the USB port? If you put a charger onto the USB port on your laptop, you are either going to blow out the USB ports on your laptop or you're going to blow up your charger. One of the two. So always use the power supply that comes with the laptop. Of course, you can, this happens to be This is mine. This is a Dell, okay, for my laptop. I have two. They're identical. You can use this to charge your laptop, but it would be by plugging in for AC power, okay, here. Never plug in to the from here to the USB port on your thing. Also, secondly, this is an adapter. Excuse me, that's spelled wrong. Should be ER. This is an adapter, not a converter. Okay? The difference is, we've already determined that my electronics that I'm bringing to Europe are all dual voltage. Okay? So I don't need anything to change the voltage on it. You know, these will handle it. Okay? But what I physically need is a place to plug this in. I can't plug this in European outlets. Okay? So that's where an adapter comes in. Now, if you have something, maybe like an electric shaver is a good one. If you look on it and it says input 120 volts AC, it doesn't say 120 to 240, okay? It just says 120 volts AC. It's going to have the same type of plug on it as this, okay? But it's only meant to be used in the US. You plug that in with an adapter to a receptacle, you will blow out that charger in a heartbeat. Now, a converter is a lot bigger than this, okay? It doesn't have all these, USB ports on it and everything. It's to take, for instance, here, we could go from 120 volts US, okay, to, well, that would be wrong. Excuse me. Let's take let's take the EU. We go from 240 volts, 50 cycles per second, okay, and it would convert it into 120 volts, 60 cycles per second, so your shaver then could plug into it. They are a lot bigger than this, okay? B, they are a lot more expensive than this. So the moral of the story is, don't bring any electronics to Europe that are not dual voltage. Okay, so I hope you learned something in our little jaunt down electricity lane today. First of all, we have the product that I described to you, all the features of it. This is a very well made. Nice thing about it is right here in this plastic, when this is plugged in, there's like a little glowing light there, and it'll act like a night light. So if you come in late at night and you want to charge your cell phone, and this is in the wall, you can navigate your way over there without having to turn on the lights, okay? Very nice feature. This also has low speed USB charging here, and 2 high-speed USB charging. The differences in voltages. In the US, it's 120 volts. In Europe, it's 240, which is double. So if you plug in the wrong thing over there, you're just going to fry it. Also, they have 50 hertz we have 60 hertz. So these dual voltage power supplies, okay, for whatever, you know, computers, cell phones, camcorders. Also, I have, as part of the gear that I have with me that you probably wouldn't have, is I have actual power banks, okay, where I can charge these up. I can charge it up USB cable here. And this one happens to be 6,000 watts, 6,000 milliamp hours. So when I'm out and about and my cell phone is starting to run low, okay, I can plug my cell phone. Let me get rid of this. I can plug my cell phone into one of these two ports here. These are two USB ports, put out 5 volts. And as I'm walking around, I'm charging my cell phone. I have 2 of these. This one is 12,000 milliamps. And also it has a solar panel on it. So if it's exposed to the sunlight while I'm walking around, this will also charge. I'll leave the links to all these products right down here in the description. You can click on them. It'll take you right to Amazon. You can look at these. If you're interested, fine. If not, fine. So until next time, this is John Bell signing out. This is John Bell thanking you for watching reviews. If you see this on Facebook, please like it. If you see it on YouTube, please subscribe. Until the next time, I wish you good luck and good night. May God bless.